But let's shuffle on now to something which some people will be dismayed about. I don't think anyone needs to be dismayed about this. Arnold Schwarzenegger confirms he's done playing Terminator, unsure about the Legend of Conan happening. Now, to talk about Terminator, for instance, I wouldn't be dismayed by this anyway,
No.
because he would have sold his likeness, right? His likeness will always be wrapped up in the in the Terminator franchise. If he's done playing Terminator, that's fine. You'll still see elements of him in the franchise moving forwards because he would have sold his likeness. So if you're dismayed by that, don't be dismayed because he'll always be around. But him being done playing Terminator, he needs to be done playing Terminator. He's aged out of the part. Yeah, he's just aged out of the part. So basically, speaking to the Hollywood Reporter, and he said that the franchise is not done. I'm done. Fine. I got the message loud and clear that the world wants to move on with a different theme when it comes to the Terminator. Someone has to come up with a great idea. The Terminator was largely responsible for my success, so I always would look at it very fondly. The first 3 movies were great. I love the fact
Surprised
that
you didn't ask me to do that in Schwarzenegger voice.
No. Number 4, Salvation, I was not in because I was governor. Then 5, Genesis, I know it's Genesis, and 6, Dark Fate, didn't close the deal as far as I'm concerned. We knew that ahead of time because they're just not well written. Fuck off, you butthole! Why'd you fucking sign on to them then, you absolute twat?
Because I like money.
Oh, it really annoys me when they say this. Oh, it really annoys me. It's like, you fucking.
I have a little horse I have a little horsey to feed. It's not cheap.
Really, God, it really annoys me.
Well, I mean, is it worse that he says that, or worse that James Cameron came out and kissed those movies' ass, knowing full well they were shit?
And then later in retrospect, even said it. Yeah, no, I literally just did it to support Arnold. You fucking God.
Look,
whatever.
Yeah, guy in ISIS or Geen ISIS was so bad.
I will argue that the last film could have been a good film.
Yes.
The problem was them trying to usurp John Connor from the whole equation, because you didn't even have to do it that way. It couldn't even have been. Look, and I'll keep this as brief as possible. All you had to do is look at it in a situation that, yeah, they changed how things went, but they never stopped Skynet from taking over. They just changed the time period. So now that John is this wasted, burnt out guy, just like the real actor is, you play that into the part. He's like, Mom, you ruined me. You set me up to be this grand leader that I never became, and I could never even get a normal job. And then you come to find out that he has this daughter with what's her face, the one that was played by 3 different people now. Bryce Dallas Howard played her in Salvation or whatever, the one chick that he ends up with in every version. Basically, you have a daughter with him that he doesn't even know exists, right? And then he sacrifices himself saving her, and then who's left to train her but Sarah Connor, because now Sarah Connor realizes, oh, Judgment Day's coming, it's just coming later, and now this kid has to be trained to take over as the future leader. Well, who better than Grandma? Right? I mean, that's how you play it into it. It could have been much. Killing him as a kid was an insult, and then just having some nobody come in and take his place was even more of an insult, right? I don't think people would have had as much of a problem if the new character had been a relation to the Connor family.
What's her name? Mackenzie something. The chick that picked up.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but yeah,
Catherine Brewster. Thank you for the other one. That's the old name I was looking for.
She was the new Protector Terminator chick. I mean,
the LGBTQ 1000.
Yes. Yeah, that was
Mackenzie Davis. She's a good. I like Mackenzie Davis. She's a good actor.
She was in Halt and Catch Fire, right?
I mean, Blade Runner 2049 as well.
She was pretty good in that, but it's like none of anything I saw on screen in that film was good. None of it was believable. None of it was delivered with passion.
But that was Arnold's last chance, and I think at this point the only chance this franchise has is a TV series again.
They're doing that. They're doing an anime.
Yeah.
It goes
just
to
gotta
show animators are doing it.
He can always come back as an upholstery, an upholstery or
That was
something.
the other thing, is he was written as a complete cucked out robot. I'm sorry. It
A
was
literal
horrible.
cuck, yeah. It was a literal cuck, yeah.
He was
I
an
mean, look,
interior designer.
yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But you know, I don't know. I just, it annoys me. It annoys me that he's like, yeah, we knew that ahead of time because they just weren't well written. Well, fucking don't sign on to it then, for starters. What are you doing? But they comment a little bit. He comments a bit further about Conan thing. So he says, for the Legend of Conan, he says it's been pending for the last 10 years. Frederick Malmberg owns the rights. He comes to me and says, "Oh, I have a deal with Netflix." And when we ask Netflix, they don't know anything about it. It's one of those crazy things. I hope he figures it out. There's a great script out there that John Milius wrote, and others have written one. The story is there. There are directors who want to do it, but he has the rights, and until he sells the rights for one or two movies or for the franchise, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, look, I know you want to chime in there, Tom, real quick, but
No, actually, don't.
Okay, well, look, at the end of the day, to say that, I mean, this is throwing massive shade on Malmberg, like huge shade on Malmberg. He doesn't have to sell the rights. He doesn't have to fucking sell the rights.
No.
This is a power grab by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And look, you know, I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Was a big fan, inspired me to do weightlifting and things like this. But this is a fucking dick move by Arnie. It's a real dick move. It's him trying to push and maneuver the rights holder to, bow to him, basically, bow to pressure, bow to fan pressure, get headlines. It's a headline grabber. I mean, we're covering it, obviously. But it's a real dick move. He doesn't have to sell the fucking rights. He doesn't have to at all. And yeah, there might be good scripts out there, but he doesn't have to sell the rights. He can get it produced. He can get it done. And literally said that we should sell the rights for the whole franchise. Piss off, Arnold.
No.
Piss off. What? Yeah, I'll just sell something which is no. That's a bad business move. You're a businessman yourself. You have made. I remember back in the day. This won't appeal to a lot of people, but it will to me. Back in the day, Arnold made a supplement brand, and some of them were so good, the protein bars and stuff like that. But then they got banned in certain countries because of ingredients listing was wrong and stuff like this. And so he's a shrewd businessman himself. He puts his name on anything to get a quick buck. To push and maneuver Malmberg to sell the rights is a real dick move. Saying about Netflix, I don't know the ins and outs of that. Do you know the ins and outs of this, Tom? Let me know what you think, Tom.
Okay, what I can say is this. I mean, look, we're going to be we got an update in the works right now. Frederick has responded to this. He has his quick response was, great article. We spent 3 years with Netflix and talked to them about Arnold several times. We are now working with a major filmmaker who is great and a true Conan fan. We'll share more when I can by Crom. And we're going to be talking about it very soon. What I can say is this: Arnold's on a apology tour right now. If you guys remember what he said before, screw your freedom.
Yeah,
he's on an apology tour from that right now. And you want to know what happened to his Conan project? It was clean sailing. And I'm gonna channel my inner Andre right now because he would have said this right now if he was here. I bet it's his fault and the Terminator's fault we did not get that Conan movie because of his bad decisions to make those shitty movies. Genesis killed all momentum that movie had.
Yeah.
Universal did not want to take a chance after Terminator did what it did and bombed at the box office. They didn't think that the appeal was there. I do know Frederick has been working on a lot of things behind the scenes. All I can say is this: they were talking to Netflix last we knew. That's all I can say for now. I do know Frederick wants to use Arnold in some capacity. I can't say anything else. We will have more details on that soon. Very, very soon. I agree with you, though. This was kind of a shitty move on Arnold's part because it is kind of calling out Frederick when his initial call to Netflix may have been to probably hopefully help get something going, when I'm not so sure that's what happened. So again, I can't say any more than that. I really wish I could, but stay tuned. We've got more coming. And I don't know exactly what Andre's been okayed to say yet, so that's why I have to be very, whatever on this. But
yeah, that's fair enough. Culture, do you want to jump in on this? Because I've sort of rabbited on a little bit.
I'm not going to be able to add much. I mean, I'm glad he's not playing Terminator anymore. I thought it was, he disserviced him in the last couple of films. I don't think I'm wrong there. Especially the last one was terrible.
Well, apparently he knew it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And Conan, I want new Conan. I've wanted new Conan for a long time. I mean, so if this works out and we end up with some kind of Conan project, that's great. If Arnold's in it, that's great. If he's not in it, okay. We're so far separated from the last Conan film that if somebody else were cast as Conan, it wouldn't matter. If they bring him in as Conan, it wouldn't matter. To me, none of that matters. Look, if that news moves forward and Tom is able to source everything out, I'd love to hear a story about it. So,
we got the direct source, yeah.
So I'm not super crazy worried about it. I don't know what to say. I mean, if they want to use him forever, you're 100% right. They can. If they have his likeness out there, there you go.
Yeah.